Hey, we're back. Hey, we're going to talk a little bit about social media and
You're going to have to keep me super positive about this.
in the world of film photography, where a lot of us are trying to get a presence online, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, launching a YouTube channel, whereas you're trying to build a little community yourself. I find it interesting, and John finds it infuriating. And what I'm talking about is, from our perspective, we have a YouTube channel that in the last year or so I've been working very hard on of making a decision of bringing content to the film photography community and to the film community that's shooting movies on film. It's a tool. It's a way to educate people how to use.
Educational tool. It's also a way to bring people, turn people onto new formats.
Right.
It's a way to promote your store.
Same thing with the Instagram, which is, and I think that we're fortunate that the FPP has been around for 12 years. So when we have, 24,000 subscribers or 29,000 subscribers on YouTube, I just take it for granted, but I don't, because it's been a 10-year build. So I keep getting...
A 10-year honest build.
Yes, and what we're talking about here are artificial likes, views, subscribers, and there was a sponsored article published in the Denver Post, 27 best sites to buy YouTube views, likes, and subscribers.
It's crazy that there's 27 sites. There's more, but these are the best 27.
When I am on Instagram, I maintain the site for FPP. I get these private messages that I always capture and send to John. I'm like, hey, John, do you need 10,000 subscribers? Here you go.
Jesus.
I'm always amazed that I'm getting a solicitation to buy subscribers. I know the YouTube community is, somewhat insulated in the sense that, creators, as they're called, they take this all very serious, and everyone wants to be fast-tracked into having subscribers and likes on your video.
Well, because I think it's like any other kind of form of entertainment. People want to make a living at it. And there's, 30,000 people, there's way more, but there's 30,000 people who are making videos, and only one or two of them are going to get to be, mega stars, where they get millions of views. So a lot of people are chasing that dragon, and the way they're doing it is buying likes and views. They want fame and fortune, fast-tracked.
Well, I think what I find humorous is that me, you, folks listening, we're in such a trickle-down niche. So you take all the niches, photography, then you go down from there, film photography, then you go down from there, movie making on film, or what Matt Marash does is, large format photography. Yeah. The niche keeps getting so small. So I'll see videos, and I'll just look at them, and I'll be like, oh, this is a great video. But there's no way in a million years, that this video can have this many likes or views. It's just impossible. John gets very agitated about it.
It's cheating. It's drug addiction. It's no different from any other drug. You get adrenaline rushes. It changes your brain chemistry.
Yes.
It gives you something to look forward to, and when it goes down, you're looking for your next high. So it's all about junkies.
So when I text John, and I did this more than once, and I'll probably keep doing it. I always, because you'll get it 9 o'clock at night, and I'll be like, hey, John, time to boost your subs. Yeah. And then I'll put a picture of the ad that someone sent me. You could buy views, on YouTube, for $15.50. You could buy 3,000 views on one of your videos.
It's almost too easy. Why wouldn't you? For
$44, you could buy 10,000 views on your video.
Oh, my gosh.
John. For $199, John, you could buy 50,000 views on your video. John, wait. John, for $373, John's thinking about it now. For $373, you could buy 100,000 views on your video.
My soul is sinking hearing you talk about it.
So this article, it's great because everyone's going to take this segment the wrong way and start buying views.
Probably.
So this article, it's a sponsored content article in the Denver Post. It's online. It gives you a list of all these companies, and they each have their own price structure. They're all very similar.
So this is becoming more and more mainstream. This kind of was a dirty secret a little while ago, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It wasn't talked about.
No one talks about this.
I was not made aware of this stuff until very recently.
No one talks about this.
When I follow a couple of photographers on Instagram, and when I see their posts getting more likes than Annie Leibowitz's posts, there's something wrong. It's like it's so disingenuous.
Just before I mentioned South Park, the awesome show South Park, there's an episode where the two characters, Timmy and Jimmy, are in the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
And someone sells Jimmy steroids.
Right.
So he can perform better.
In the Special Olympics.
It's the same thing. You want to up your performance because if you're presenting yourself, and I hate to use this word because everyone uses it, even children use it. Hey, you talk to a kid, hey, what are you doing? I'm building my brand.
Yeah.
We're all brand oriented.
Narcissism.
We're all brand oriented. And in order to feel like you're part of the community, that you are BMOC,
big man on campus. Oh.
You need a respectable amount of subscribers to your channel, whether it's YouTube or Instagram, in order for people to get that respect.
I would imagine now people are looking to advertise or endorse certain people, need them to be that successful on a bunch of platforms, not just one.
The problem is,
it's very expensive,
and I mean this from my heart, is that you're cheating yourself. It's you're doing yourself a bad.
It's not really who you are.
You want to fast track something, and it's going to catch up to you because I guess you can keep shelling out the dollars. It's kind of against, I would guess, your mission statement of what you're trying to do.
Your mission statement as a human?
Both. As a human and what you're trying to present. The great thing about this article, which is a paid article at the Denver Post, is at the very, very end.
Here's the final kick in the balls.
No, at the very end are actual tips that this was sponsored content about how to buy views, but at the end is the actual article of, are there ways in which I can get real YouTube subscribers? So this is in that article at the very end, basically summing it up that everything before this paragraph is unreal.
It's true, right?
Yes.
That's exactly what it's saying.
Yes, you folks out there, and I mean this sincerely, you need to live your life as a reality, real. There are no shortcuts. The shortcuts don't work.
In an organic way.
The shortcuts,
not a manufactured way.
The shortcuts don't work. You know what? If that's what you're about, then go lead your life that way. I don't want to know you.
Yeah. That's true. See? But that's the beauty of life,
Not everyone's going to agree. We're just giving you our perspective. Yeah, I just want to keep it real for folks.
Exactly.
So there are traditional ways which you can increase your YouTube subscribers by being very frequent and consistently posting content and being in touch with your viewers, having time to interact with your viewers and posting and generating appealing content. So be consistent. That's very important.
That's it. That's all there is. Be consistent.
Be consistent, and this is great because I get to talk about it. Be on brand, meaning be on target with your mission. So what is it whether it's Instagram or YouTube, what is it you're posting about? And you're excluded if you have a personal account and you're just posting personal stuff. Because as much as negative things I have to say about Facebook, Facebook for family things, I think it's great.
Yeah.
There
are great applications for it.
They're wonderful. I love seeing pictures of events, family events that I can't be at. Or
that you don't want to go to.
Yes, that too. Or even my close friends, the TrackMan, Tom. When it's his kid's birthday, they post a picture. I'm like, oh, that's great. I didn't get invited.
Well, you got invited virtually.
Exactly. But as far as, launching your own channel where you're trying to get a brand, consistency is super important. Staying on target, super important. And giving it the time. And this also applies to podcasts. So I don't think podcasts are like the hot new thing anymore.
No. Everybody has a podcast. It used to be everybody has a screenplay. And before that, everybody has a novel.
Right.
So now everybody has a podcast.
But if you're thinking of launching a YouTube, podcast, Instagram account for a brand, you have to have a game plan, even if it's like a very light game plan. Everything's broadcasting. Everything is being recorded. It's a permanent record.
Yeah.
So be mindful of what you're putting out there and give it time. So if you're going to do a podcast, if you don't plan on following through for at least 1 year. If you don't, then don't bother.
Yeah, what's the point?
There's no point. You will not be able to grow it.
And you got to enjoy doing it because it is hard to do, to pull all this stuff together and keep it going and be consistent with the schedule.
Exactly.
If you don't love it, it's definitely going to come through.
Yep. I'm always interested in feedback. You could write to us, podcast@filmphotographyproject.com. For us, and for folks listening, it's all about shooting on film, be it still photography or movies.
Just all getting together and being chill, man.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, right?
And when I talk about being on brand, I said this to John, I was off brand when I posted the Meadowland Showcase Halloween Takeover episode.
Oh, it was a holiday.
It's on YouTube, Film Photography Project YouTube channel.
People getting angry?
No, no one got angry.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
It's just a little fun for the holiday.
Only people in the organization get angry about me posting off brand. But, I was able to find a little slice, Halloween, and the fact that it showcased 16mm film. So I was able to take advantage of that.
Okay, well,
And share.
Not too far off brand.
Yeah. Well, we still haven't gotten to our 30,000 subscribers. Now, we've been asking for 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. What, John? Like a year, 2 years now? Yeah. Which gives folks an idea of how long it takes
to organically grow something.
Yes, it's and it's ticking up very, very slowly. We're at almost 28,000, which is up from the last time we discussed this. Yeah. But it's only because I have a plan, and that plan is to post a video every week, a review, and I'd like to think that what John and I inject into it is fun enough, palatable to watch, regardless of whether you're going to shoot with that camera or not.
It's entertaining and informative.
Yes. And that, I think, folks, is the takeaway of the whole thing. What is the takeaway of all this? Well, it takes time.
It does. It takes anything that's worth doing takes time.
Yep.
And success does not come overnight for anything.
And,
except for a couple of people.
All these cameras that I load on this channel, like I frequently do the movie cameras. Most recently, the Kodak has a new camera, the M35, little plastic camera. Remember we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's coming to market. That's going to be available by next podcast. That's going to be.
Speaking about price increase, that thing's too expensive for a piece of plastic. So it was like $40, right?
It was for so Kodak 35mm M35
in designer colors.
In designer colors, it's a 35mm reusable plastic camera.
It's a Holga.
Yeah, it's fancy colors, nice, cute. The reason it was $35 or $40 was because it was only available in Asia, so anyone in the U.S. had to buy it on eBay. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Now it's in the U.S.
and it's cheaper.
$25. So the FPP will actually have that camera, and I did a video about how to load it. And the point of it is, we're saying things take time. And I can't stress this enough. Matt Marash stresses it quite often about large format. When I'm doing a video on loading a movie camera, once you do it a few times, if you stay with it,
yeah.
Like this little M35, I don't think it's an easy camera to load. But once you start loading it regularly, you become the expert. You become the expert.
Becomes second nature.
Becomes second nature. Same thing with going outside without a light meter.
I still haven't mastered that.
I
envy you for that.
It's something you just, you have to do it enough. I think what people fail to realize is the amount of failure I've had in my life.
Well, but we never talk about that, though. It's important. You got to fail in order to succeed.
I'm talking about flat failure, and I take these things very serious because I know people. I know people out there. They'll invest in photography businesses.
Wow.
They'll. You have to stick. You have to. If you believe in it, you can make it happen. It's really true.
Yeah. It's funny because I remember, Mark Dalzell, whom I miss greatly. He's a really smart guy. He's like one of the smartest guys I know.
By the way, folks, he's still alive.
He's still alive. Yes. I'm not talking about him in the past sense of life. But when he first started doing photography, he was terrible. But now I see his stuff and I'm like, man, he really, over the course of just a very short time, a couple of years, became an excellent photographer at being able to pick things up with his eye and being able to use, his camera outside without a meter, etc. Because he stuck to it, and it was something that informed his life a lot. So it's like anything. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Nobody's good at anything right off the bat.
Let's see if we can get him on the phone.
It's that stick-to-itness. He's going to be at the store right now.
Good.
Oh, Mark died. You calling his cell phone? Or
Yeah,
his
calling
store?
his cell phone.
Oh,
If I sees my name, it's like, I'm not going to pick up.
exactly.
You
Nah, he's probably right in the middle of something.
Hey.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, hey, Mark, you're on the Film Photography Podcast.
Wow, I feel honored.
Listen, John and I want to tell you, we both think that you're an excellent photographer.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm just talking about you and how in a very short time you went from 0 to 100.
Because you put the time in, you put the dedication, you really focused up, and in no time at all, I was marveling at your photography.
Well, thanks. I've been doing photography a long time. It was just film photography was the thing I had to get into.
But you went, you overcame all the technical obstacles rather quickly.
Yeah. Well, that was the fun part.
See,
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
you have that kind of brain.
So when you
With weird old films and weird old cameras and
and
whatever. Yeah.
and you stumbled through a lot of failures. Like, did you had some fails and you just kept going?
Yeah, but I always expected that, especially using some 60-year-old film that I bought out of a basement estate sale, and then you shoot a bunch of it, and then it all comes out black. It's discouraging, but a lot of the time it worked. Or trying to figure out how to use that LPD4 film or all kinds of oddball stuff.
Good job.
Well, thanks. I assumed you were complimenting me because you broke something and needed it fixed. Buttering me up.
Well, that's the second half.
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, we just wanted to say, as a human, you have 2 likes from us.
Wow. I'm gone viral.
So I'll be in touch soon. See if I could drag you in here for our Thanksgiving special edition podcast.
Yeah. Sure thing. Let me know. That'd be fun.
All right, I'll talk to you soon, Mark.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Ciao.
He also now we can talk about him.
No, he's going to listen now because he's on it.
I won't tell him what episodes he's on.
Oh, okay.
Mark, if you're listening, Mark, he always he thinks that he thinks I'm greasing him up to get something. It's not true.
Has that happened previously? Does he have a reason to say that? People usually just don't pluck that out of the air.
You know what it is? I suggest everyone date a Buddhist.
Do they date? Are they allowed to date?
Some do, some don't.
Some will, some won't.
Yeah.
What Buddhist did you ever date?
I don't want to talk about it. Not recently. Let's put it that way.
Well, what are the benefits of dating a Buddhist?
She brought an amazingly different perspective to things.
Made you get chill?
Yeah.
Made you stop seeing something, see the positive and not
Yes,
the
absolutely.
negative of the
Without
situation?
Understanding how us in our American culture, especially here in North Jersey, oh my God, North Jersey.
I want to sit down.
It's a freaking cage here.
Yes.
Oh!
How things you do in your everyday life actually could be hurtful to someone.
Yes.
That is the perspective that you can learn by reading or taking a course. Or
All right, lend me your Buddhist perspective on this.
I don't know. I'm very rusty. It's been many years, but go ahead.
Driving down a narrow road, and
Yeah.
some jerk just gets out of their car and flings their door all the way open so that you have to stop when you're in the street.
They probably.
How do you be nice about that?
They probably need a hug.
They almost needed an ambulance.
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
Certainly, people who lash out, especially online. We're talking about online and social media. People are taking up their bottled badness,
Yeah.
and they're directing it somewhere else just to get it out.
You're right.
Because the thing is, man, is like when you're driving on the road, I mean, like you get a person who's that rude, I mean, they're going to kill you. So, like, if you give them a quick, short, sharp shock, they don't do it again. Dig it? I mean, he got off light because I could have given him a thrashing. I only hit him once.
Well, a lot of life lessons today, Mike.
Yeah, today, and I'm open to discussion if someone wants to
You want to recap?
podcast it. Yeah, what is the recap?
Film's going up. Deal with it. It's no more expensive than it has been, so stop your bitching. Don't be disingenuous. Be on brand. And, every once in a while, go for a walk by yourself and take some pictures.
Exactly.
And call Mark. Boost his spirits a little bit if you have the time.
Exactly.
Call a friend and let him know that you care for them.
So my goal for my God, it's November already. What happened? Shit.
Pretty soon it's going to be Christmas.
My goal for the rest of the year is we'll do our show for the 15th
Yeah.
of December.
Yeah.
And if we can, we'll have Mark come in one night. We'll do a special edition.
Like New Year's edition?
Yeah, maybe we'll do our New Year's show. We didn't do that in a few years.
Really? Yeah,
I know
we
Mark has a bunch of cameras that he never got. Mark would always come to the show,
And you would always forget about him.
and he would just never get to do his camera review.
What's wrong with us? We just go off about other stuff.
Oh,
So we're never
speaking-
on point.
We've been a lot better on point than we were in the
Well,
past.
with just you and me, yes.
I'll tell you what, we have to go. What shocks me is these people I get emails from that they sit through the whole library of FPP. How?
I don't know.
How do you do it? I don't know. The only
Podcasting.
time I'll text John or call John, but John, you got to listen to the new show, is because I built a fart sound effect into it at a very key point.
That's always newsworthy for me. Come on.
I shouldn't be
hilarious.
even the video, even the YouTube channel, wherever I could put like burp, chewing, burp, fart, like always those three things that I'm sure really pisses people off because they're not. People think like, oh, that's so rude.
Always use. Oh,
Say that again.
ugh.
Keep talking, keep the show going. Don't end the show though. I wanted to keep going on after. It says 9 minutes remaining, but I want to keep the show going.
Oh my God! It's who you are, Mike. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. If you could buy farts and choose, you would. Just not likes and views.
Let me see. For $49, you could buy 30,000 farts, all different effects: dry, wet.
Oh, come on. No, you're getting too deep into it, man.
For $199, you could buy 50,000 burp sound effects.
Have them added to your videos. That would be great.
I always
In a
wanted
perfect
to.
world, that would happen.
I always wanted to. Like, I can't because I don't have the time. And no one's asked me of another film photography podcast sending me their show and have me edit it.
Oh,
Oh my
good.
God,
Oh, that would be wild. Because you just go crazy.
nuts.
There I go again, shouting at the world. I suppose some people have to shout at the world to make themselves feel they're doing something. It's not really much good, because the world can always shout back louder.
Okay.
All right, let's get out of here.
Okay.